This is the law. If a man dies in a tent, anyone entering the tent and anything in the tent shall be unclean for 7 days. Any open vessel which has no seal fastened around it becomes unclean. These words are taught to us in the Torah while teaching to us the laws of purity and impurity in this week's Parsha. The book of Numbers, chapter 19, verse 14. Zos HaTorah Odom ki yomus ba'ohel, kol haba la'ohel v'chol asher ba'ohel yitma shivas yamim. Related to this verse, the Talmud quotes in Tractate Brachos, page 63b, the Omar Reish Lakish minayin she'ein divrei Torah miskaymin el b'mishemei misatzmo yaleha shenemar zos HaTorah Odom ki yomus ba'ohel. From where is it derived that matters of Torah are only retained by one who kills himself over it? As it is stated, this is the Torah, when one dies in a tent. What is the meaning of this teaching of Reish Lakish, that one must kill himself when studying? In Maimonides and in the Code of Jewish Law, it states that every Jew is obligated on a daily basis to study Torah. There are no exceptions for business, poverty, too old, my children, or anything else. Everyone must have a minimum fixed time for learning. So if the obligation of learning is on each individual, the instruction of Reish Lakish is meant for me and you too. On a practical level, how can we apply this teaching of Reish Lakish? Even more perplexing is how does this teaching square with the verse describing Torah in Proverbs chapter 3. It is a tree of life for those who grasp it, and those who draw near it are fortunate. Eitz chayim hi lamachazikim bo, v'tomcheha me'ushar. The 18th century Rabbi Ephraim Zalman Margolius from Galicia was a world-famous Torah scholar known for his work called Mata Ephraim. As well, he was a very successful businessman. He employed many people and grew quite wealthy. The story is told about him that every day he would go into his study for a number of hours to learn. During this time, he would immerse himself in his studies and remove all worldly matters from his mind. Even the most important business matters would not distract him from his learning. They once asked him, "How do you do it? What's your trick?" In response, he posed the following hypothetical to his family and associates. Imagine for yourself, what would you do if I was dead? No longer physically alive for you to turn to and ask all of your pressing questions. To whom would you address these questions to? Who would be the address for your dilemmas? Whatever the answer is, during these times when I'm in my study, direct the questions there. I am to be considered to you as though I am no longer here. This then is the meaning of Reish Lakish. This is the Torah regarding the man who would die in the tent. Torah is only retained by one who kills himself over it. In today's world, the distractions are much more than ever. The challenges with focusing is becoming more and more difficult. We all need more than a few moments of concentration without disturbance or intrusion. Perhaps the greatest distraction of them all is the cell phone. Today they have developed what's called the do not disturb option. But even that has ways to get around it. But what if our cell phone battery was dead? What if the landlines are down? What if there is no electricity for the television? We would all become unreachable and thus much more available to concentrate on our studies. Perhaps a lesson we can take from this is that if we want to be able to concentrate and find meaning in our Torah study and prayers, we must shut our phones off. Not silent mode, off, like dead. We can begin this trend and let all who seek us know that we are unreachable due to our obligations of Torah study. Our dead cell phone will send a signal to their heart. They too will detach and shut off the potential distractions, enabling them to focus on what is important and proper.